Yeah, it was, I thought it was a well-played game. I mean, I thought from their standpoint, they played a good road game. From our standpoint, I thought we managed things, fairly early. I thought, obviously a game has different twists and turns, and, early I thought, probably the first 10 minutes we were going pretty good, but not getting a lot, but still maybe having a little more of the momentum and the pace. There was about 4 or 5 minutes for nothing, and then they came on hard towards the end of the first. They're up 1-0, and then we got it tied up. A real good play by Trotz. It started with the forecheck, and just throwing pucks to the net. We got a little lucky bounce, and they went off one of their forwards and in the net, and we got it tied up. And then right after that, we there was a little bit of momentum. We scored the goal, we got it tied up, and then we take a penalty next shift. Just because our defenseman mishandled the puck there and turned it over, and then we got caught in our end a little bit, and from that standpoint, and then they went up 2-1 on the power play, and at that point, we were battling pretty hard. The next goal was real huge, and they had an opportunity. It was actually a great play by JP. He came back and saved a partial breakaway, and I thought from there that was really, we sort of got back on track. And in the third period, we came real hard, tried to drive the net. Great play by Webbs over to Kostichin. Get it tied up, and then they came real hard the next shift and had us backed up a little bit, and we were able to fend it off a little bit and get an odd man break and execute it on the odd man break. So a lot of twists and turns, but it was a pretty solid night.
You mentioned the good play by Tutu, then he took the penalty after you went up too. That's still a little bit of.
It's trust me, there's no player in that situation wants to throw the puck up in the stands. I mean, it is a rule. It's not anybody's favorite rule. You just at that point, you just got to make sure you put it off the glass or you get it out. And he didn't do it on purpose. So, but we don't. At that point, those are real telling moments when teams are really coming hard and you're on the wall. You got to execute. And they got the power play, and then our penalty killers did a real great job. And their best penalty killer all went back and had a real huge save.
But you talk about Tutu having a lot of impact. The hits he made before he makes that backhand, he was, to me, that was typical what you.
Yeah, Toots was good today. I mean, he's playing with lots of pop in his game, and his forecheck created the first goal. So real solid. They had the assignment to play against Thornton most of the night, and they're. Todd does a really good job of getting, he's got a constant matchup with Joe Thornton all the time, so they do a real good job getting away from matchups. Half-shifting guys, they do a little bit of a switch where they'll head to the center, center dot and pull out and go back to the bench, and, you get your line, and they do a real good job. So matchup-wise, it was a little tougher, so we broadened it a little bit, and the guys did a real good job.
Was there sort of a feeling after you guys tied it up that you were going to get that next goal? Was that sort of?
Well, we were. I think, I don't know if you think about getting the next goal. We wanted to be real strong. There wasn't a whole lot of time on the clock. That you just wanted to make sure that you come back right after that goal with some good momentum. Because momentum, you had momentum. You don't want to give it back to them right away. And they came out real hard. They tried to press. They jumped their D. They tried to keep it in. We were able to get it out, and then we executed on the odd man rush that came from that. So big momentum switch, and then obviously they had they came out next shift, and we took a penalty, and there is the momentum switch again. So that's one thing you have to learn. We just got to make sure that we take that momentum, and when we get it, just hang on to it a little longer.
Goals on the rush like that, an indication that the guys are kind of more comfortable with each other.
Well, I don't know if it's more comfortable on the rush. The counters were good. I mean, you look at the last two goals. Webby recognized that they were sort of flat-footed. He took it wide and really drove the zone, and then we had guys heading to the paint, and he executed to Sergei, and Sergei obviously redirected into the net. So going to the net real hard, our D activating real quickly, quick counter on that goal, and then quick counter on on the last goal. So, and I don't think it has anything to do with Russia. It has more to do with you defended well. They pressed. They tried something a little more risky, and you're able to counter from it. So, good defense, like good offense.
End of the second, JP broke up what could have been a good chance at a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, that was a big play at that point, because we were down 2-1, and if he walks in and scores, I would probably say at that point it was game, set, and match, because they were playing pretty well defensively. And I thought we played pretty well defensively. This team averages about 35 shots a game, and we held them to 23, and their 23 were good shots, a number of them, but their forwards have a very, very high skill level, and Danny Boyle on the back end is as good as you're going to find as an offensive D-man. So they're a very good, dangerous club.
Sorry, got in here a little late, but Patrick, when did you find out that he wasn't going to go, and had you guys adjusted?
Just the morning skate, and so we adjusted. It was a little bit of an upper body injury, and hopefully we'll have a better idea tomorrow where we're at.
Was there any thought of recalling somebody as opposed to putting B?
Yeah, we're looking at that right now. So there's possibly a recall on the way.
Was questionable for Friday?
Yeah, a little bit right now. Yeah.
You move Wilson around. Is he? Where are you? Consistency-wise, what are you looking for from him?
Well, with Willie is just he's got a lot of tremendous amount of talent. I mean, he's a big body, he can make plays. You saw they had a shift in the second period where he was spinning and their line was really throwing the puck around, and he's got to be the heavy body on that line. He's got some good finish. You got Sully, you got Cal. I switched the lines up in the third there, but he's got to be the heavy body, and he's got to be the guy that goes to those dirty areas, and he's got to retrieve pucks and get open so they can get him the puck back, because they play a very much a give and go type of game. So it's more when he's moving his feet, getting to those pucks, getting back to the open areas on a consistent basis, and then obviously when you don't have the puck, really strong defensively, and it's hard work, and it's a nightly thing, and for the most part it's not physical, it's more mental, and that's what the most young guys have the hardest part of grasping, is the mental approach that you need every night in the National Hockey League.
Lindback making some big saves there when it was 1-0 and 2-1.
Yeah,
Keep guys
yeah,
in it.
absolutely. They had a couple power plays, and he was real sharp. I mean, you get good goaltending, you can be in it, and he gave us some big saves, timely saves. We're in it. We got a timely goal, and then we got another one, and we're sitting here with the victory.
Lindback has been playing with a lead in recent games. Is this part of his development to come back like this?
Well, anytime you hold leads, especially late, I mean, you got some of the best shooters in the world, maybe the best line on the planet, right, with Thornton, Marlowe, and Heatley, and they're throwing around and making plays. I mean, if that doesn't help your confidence, I don't know. It's a lot better than having me and a couple other guys throwing the puck around. Those guys are world-class players and great. They have great execution, great vision, great shots, and he stood tall. And so his development is, from a mental standpoint, he's dealing with the pressure very, very well.
Thank you.